everyone, and welcome to the Library Story Time. Today we have some wonderful books for you, starting off with a book called The Bookshop Mice. So it looks like we have all these mice who live in a bookshop. So let's see what they do and what they're up to. They look like maybe they're using their imagination, because it looks like maybe we've got a little wizard and a pirate, and I'm not sure what's going on with these guys, but let's find out what this story is all about. The Bookshop Mice by Robert Starling. Astrid and her dad were hurrying along the mouse route of Maple Street, hurrying because they were late for Astrid's first day at Maple Street Mouse School. I'm sure we've all experienced that, huh? Being the first day of at a brand new school. So Astrid's a little scared to go to school. Pretty neat school here. We've got little pencils making the fence line. Astrid's teacher was Mr. Wilkerson. "Hello, Astrid. You're new to us," he said, "and we're new to you. So let's start by seeing what's what and who's who." It's always a good idea to learn your classmates' names on the first day of school, right? "Hi, my name is Bree, and I like cheese. And we live at Truckles. There's hard cheese, soft cheese, old cheese, and new cheese. Grandpa has worked here all his life and makes sure that every batch is perfect." So Bree is a little mouse who lives in a cheese shop. That's pretty cool. "Hi, I'm Huck from Hobnail and Bucket Hardware Shop. My parents look after the whole street's tunnels, fixing things and building new ways to get to the top." Okay, so that's pretty cool. "Hi, and I'm Baxter. We live at Bertie's Bakery. Our family runs Crumbs Cafe. We collect the yummiest crumbs and the tastiest treats." "My name is Lucy, and this is Lila. We live at the post office. Pa makes sure all the traveling mice get to the right places." Look at that. You think mice travel in the post office box or the post office trucks? I don't know. Up here in their little house, it looks like they have stamps from other countries. They have a part of a watch for a clock on the wall. That's pretty neat. "Well, my name is Astrid," said Astrid, "and we have just moved into the book nook. My mom is an astro mouse. She goes away a lot and is always bringing me moon cheese. And when she comes back in the evenings, Dad and I like to swim in Tropical Lagoon and eat supper on mountaintops." "What a fibber," said Bree. Bree doesn't believe Astrid. Do you think Astrid's mom is really a astro mouse? Or is she telling stories? Let's see. "What an imaginative family," said Mr. Wilkerson. The class just giggled. Astrid felt all alone in the playground until Huck came over. "I think it sounded great," said Huck. "I wish I could do all those things." "Thanks, Huck. Do you want to come over for tea?" And so that's what they did. When they got to the book nook, there were tea crumbs and something else. Okay, so they went to the bookstore. What else might Astrid be showing him? Let's find out. There were books on pirates and monkeys and galleons and treasure, shimmering skyscrapers and futuristic flyers, and incredible adventures with amazing ocean inventions. So look at all the stories that they can read, taking you all different kinds of places. Word spread around the class about Astrid's amazing home. Look, she could go into the Jurassic period and meet the dinosaurs. She could go to a farm and get on a tractor. Looks like maybe in a pastry shop, or even going to Paris and seeing the Eiffel Tower. On Tuesday, Baxter from the bakery came to tea, and he couldn't believe his eyes. Dinosaurs, tractors, unicorns, and cakes. On Wednesday, Lucy, Lila, and their dad popped in for breakfast and went off to school buzzing with ideas about far-flung places that they could travel. Mountains, taking a bike maybe? Going to Egypt and seeing the pyramids and the camels? On Thursday, Mr. Wilkerson came to the book nook. He traveled back to the medieval times and glimpsed a whole new world of spectacular science. On Friday, Bree still thought Astrid was a fibber. Baxter and Lucy didn't see the spaceship at your house, and your mom is not an astromouse. You are a fibber. Astrid was speechless, but then she remembered. There was one last show and tell. What's she gonna bring to tell Bree that she's not a fibber? Her mom was going to come and talk to the class. Look at her mama. I read about space when I was a kid, and I never stopped wanting to be an astromouse, said Astrid's mom, smiling, and now I am. Isn't it amazing where books can take you? So the astromouse has taken the whole class on a field trip. There we go. All about using our imagination. Pretty cool. Yeah, right?
All right.
Yeah. All right. Miss Susanna's got another book for us today.
All right. Today we're going to read What the Ladybug Heard. It's a farm book. Lots of farm pictures. Once upon a farm, there lived a fat red hen, a duck in a pond, and a goose in a pen, a woolly sheep, a hairy dog, a handsome horse, and a dainty dog, a fine prize cow, 2 cats that purred, and a ladybug who never said a word. There's the ladybug. Oh my. And the cow said moo, and the hen said cluck, hiss said the goose, quack said the duck, neigh said the horse, oink said the hog, baa said the sheep, woof said the dog, and one cat meowed while the other purred. And the ladybug never said a word. There's the ladybug. But the ladybug saw and the ladybug heard. She saw 2 men in a big black van with a map and a key and a cunning plan. And she heard them whisper, "This is how we're going to steal the fine prize cow." Open the gate in the dead of night, pass the horse and then turn right, round the duck pond, past the hog, be careful not to wake the dog, left past the sheep, then straight ahead and in through the door of the prize cow's shed. Then help was the ladybug's very first word, and then gather round were the second and third. And she told the animals, this is how 2 thieves are planning to steal the cow. They'll open the gate in the dead of night, pass the horse, and then turn right, round the duck pond, past the hog, being careful not to wake the dog, left past the sheep, then straight ahead, and in through the door of the prize cow's shed. There's the ladybug telling all. And the cow said moo, and the hen said cluck, hiss said the duck, and quack said the duck. Neigh said the horse, oink said the hog, baa said the sheep, woof said the dog. And both the cats began to meow. We can't let them steal the fine prize cow. But the ladybug told them not to fear, and she whispered her plan into every ear. There she went, and And there she is. In the dead of the night, the two bad men, Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len, opened the gate while the farmer slept, and tiptoe into the farm they crept. Then the goose said, "Nay," with all her might. And Len said, "That's the horse, turn right." And the dainty dog began to quack. "The duck," said Hugh, "we're on the right track." "Oink," said the cats, "there goes the hog. Be careful not to wake the dog." "Baa, baa, baa," said the fat red hen. "The sheep." "We're nearly there," said Len. Then the duck on the pond said, "Moo, moo, moo." "Two more steps to go," said Hugh. And they both stepped into the duck pond. Splosh! And the farmer woke and said, "Golly gosh!" And he called the cops, and they caught the men, Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len. Then the cow said, "Moo," and the hen said, "Cluck." "Hiss," said the goose, and "Quack," said the duck. "Nay," said the horse, and "Oink," said the hog. "Baa," said the sheep, and "Woof," said the dog. And the farmer cheered, and both cats purred, but the ladybug never said a word. The end. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. I'm going to give you all some photos, and they're pictures of different animals, okay? And I'm going to describe them as if I were one of the animals, okay? And when I give you a clue, I want you to try and guess who it is, and then you can put it up on the board, okay? So number one, listen up. I like to root around in the dirt and wallow in the mud. Which animal would that be? I like to root around in the dirt and wallow in the mud. Who is that?
A pig.
A pig, that's right. There you go. Thank you. The next one, I like to swim in the water, eat bugs, and sometimes I fly.
A duck?
Yes, a duck. Here we go.
Chicken fly?
Ducks can fly.
Ducks can
Like
fly.
Chickens.
Oh,
A little bit. I like to walk around in the pasture, munching on grasses and mooing.
A cow?
A cow, that's right. There we go. I like to guard everyone on the farm, and sometimes I bark. Who would that be?
Dog.
A dog. That's right. He looks like a happy dog. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, number 5. I also like to walk around the pasture munching grass, but I give you lots of wool. Who would that be?
Sheep.
A sheep. That's right. Okay. I like to chase mice in the barn and purr. The cat, that's right.
Does cats actually chase mice?
Yeah, they chase mice. I like to eat bugs, and I lay eggs in my nest. Who would that be?
Chicken.
A chicken. Okay, here's the last one. I like to run fast in the pasture and feel my mane and tail swish in the wind. That's a horse.
Wait, they like to feel their tail swish in the wind?
Yeah, and their long mane, their hair, and their tail in the wind. Well, that was fun. Okay, Lisa?
A lot of good farm animals there.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
we're
next-
going to sort of continue with our sort of a fall theme. From apple trees to cider, please. We love having apple cider this time of year. We have an apple orchard, several of them right here around our community that you can go and visit. So let's see what happens here. Look at these children. Looks like they're all excited about going to the apple orchard, and some of them have something to drink. This one's eating an apple. All right. Hello, apples in the trees. growing just for Mom and me. So they're headed to the apple orchard. Says it's cider mill. You can get hot and cold apple cider here. You can get donuts. Look, and there's apples right there. Look, the dog's even trying to get an apple. Reaching up, we take our pick. Twist and pluck them, that's the trick. So there's a lot of different types of apples when you go to the apple orchard. Even when you go to the store, you can buy Honeycrisp, Granny Smith. That's one of my favorite. They're very sour and tart. They're usually only green. And then there's the Golden Delicious and the Fiji apples too. So there's lots of different varieties of apples, and some of them are sweet, some of them are tart, some of them are for baking, some of them are for just eating straight off of the tree. Wow, our wagon's full. Mom, let's roll. I'll help you pull. Then here's the trees again with the different names so that you can go and know what you're picking. Past the dappled leaves and through the loud and happy apple picking crowd. Going to apple orchards are a lot of fun. There's a lot of different things you can see, and a lot of them have pumpkins too. Now here's the cider mill. Let's see what's in there. Scarecrows, mums, and bales of hay help to lead us on our way. Here's the mill. Now let me guess. That's an apple cider press. I don't know, boys and girls, if you've ever seen an apple cider press, but they're really pretty cool. I think they're going to show you what's going to happen here. Clean the apples, check for worms. Now that's important, right? We don't want worms in our apple cider or apple pie. Wash and dry them, no more germs. So they're putting them in the water bath, and then they're squirting them with stuff here. I'm not sure what all this contraption's doing, but maybe they're drying them over here. Every apple does its part, whether juicy, sweet, or tart. So they're going in this belt, this conveyor belt, and they're going all over the place and getting all the treatments. Red, green, yellow, drop them in. Turn the crank and the shredder spins. This is where you don't want to put your hands. So they're dropping the apples in, and there's these pointy things that are going to chop the apples all up. Okay, it's going to spin it and chop them into pieces. Wind the metal wheel to crush. In the bucket, you get apple mush. So when they come out of the shredder, you have just pieces of apple. And then they're going to go over to here into this big bucket of apple mush. And then you're going to twist and press and squish and mash. So the mush goes into this bucket, and then there's this handle here that spins around and around and around, and there's a little lever, or there's a little wooden press on the top here that goes down, 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 down. And look right here. See the cider, splish and splash. So as you turn the crank, there's a heavy weight that goes down, and he smushes all the apple mush, and you get out just the juice. It's so cool. I've been able to do that a time or two when I've gone on a field trip with my students. Turn the tap to fill the jug. Hear the cider glug, glug, glug. So at the end there, some of them have a little spigot that you can actually fill up the juice into a jug, and then you can take it home with you and have fresh apple cider. So yummy. Mom, I'm thirsty. Can we stay? There's a festival here today. Festivals are a lot of fun. Lots of different activities to play and do. Come and get it. Gather near. Gobble up some apple cheer. Cobbler, fritters, pie, and the rest. I like cider donuts best. Gulp it cold or sip it hot. Apple cider hits the spot. I want to go back to this picture just a second. Kids, what one do you like the best? Do you like the pies? Do you like cider? Apple cupcakes? Apple donuts? Apple fritters? Oh, apples are so good this time of year. And do you like your apple cider hot or cold?
I don't drink apple cider.
You don't drink apple cider. Oh, I love it, especially hot. Put a little cinnamon in there. Oh, that's so good. Apple smiles, glad we stayed. Now we know how cider is made. And it says, visit us once again. Even the squirrels got some little apple cider there. That's really cool. So boys and girls, I hope maybe sometime this fall you get to go to an apple farm and see how apple cider is actually made. That's pretty cool. This book teaches you a lot. That was cool. All right, one more book to finish us up today. We're going to talk about pigs again. We talked about pigs on the farm. Now we have pigs loving potatoes. Pigs love potatoes. Let's see what happens in this little story. So we have the two pigs, and it looks like they have a cat as a pet. There's their little house. They have toys to play with. Looks like one little piggy is going to run into the kitchen. One little piggy wants potatoes. So Mama starts to cook. She's got a whole tub of potatoes right there, doesn't she? Then the pig's little brother decides to come in and look. Do you guys know how to make mashed potatoes? Yeah? Yeah. Sort of like making the apple cider, because you got to mash up the potatoes, right? Now, two pigs want potatoes, and so they soon begin to yelp. So Mama scolds her two pigs and tells them that they must help. Don't whine or you're going to have to help, says Mama. The two pigs wash the potatoes while Mama gets a pan. Then the two pigs' little sister sings, "Hey, catch me if you can." You got the little sister right there. Now 3 pigs peel potatoes, and Mama gets a spoon to stir the 3 potatoes that will be boiling soon. Look at them getting all those peels all over the place. Just then, Papa Piggy comes through the big brown door. He sits down at the table, making 3 pigs into 4. Now we have 4 pigs. Now 4 pigs peel potatoes. Oh, poor Daddy. He had to come home from work and peel potatoes. Looks like little brother's putting them on his head. And then the 4 pigs have to sit and wait. You know, boiling potatoes takes a while, right? When the 4 pigs' next door neighbor comes strolling through the gate. Now 5 pigs want potatoes, plus Mama makes 6. That's quite a few potatoes that Mama has to fix. Then 3 more piggies show up just in time, and Mama adds potatoes, 7, 8, and 9. 9 potatoes for 9 piggies, said Mama with a grin. And 1 more for good measure. Splash! In goes number 10. Well, since pigs love potatoes, to Mama's great delight, every piggies each eat and every bite. All the piggies eat. The only thing that Mama tells her piggies they must do is kiss her cheek and clear their plates when piggies are all through. There they had to kiss Mommy at the end of the dinner. Thanks for making the mashed potatoes. So that was a cute little story about piggies loving potatoes. I think we have time for this one, which is called The Big Sibling Getaway. Sibling means brother or sister. That's sort of a big word. So here's a little girl. She's in her box. The boxes came first, and then came a baby. So look up here. We have a crib. We got a rattle. We got some diapers and a stroller, bottles, a little bathtub for the baby. And then was the constant wah, 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 wah. It was nonstop. Wah, wah, wah. That baby wailed and slobbered and whimpered. I don't know if you've ever been around a newborn baby, but they cry a lot. Would Cassie's little baby brother ever stop crying? she had to get away. There was one box left. Wah, 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 wah. Even inside the box, Cassie could still hear the crying. And so, vroom! Cassie raced past houses and through the forest. She sped into the low valleys and over high hills. Cassie drove until she reached a dead end. But she still heard the wailing. Wah, wah, wah. And so, splash! Cassie cruised past ships and through storms. Look at that on the high wave. Now, is she really going on all these adventures? She's using her imagination, isn't she? We're using that box. Cassie sailed until her boat got beached. On that whale, I guess. And she still heard sobbing. Wah, wah, wah. And so, whoosh! Cassie soars up next to the birds and through the clouds. Cassie flew until things went badly. Uh-oh. What's happening to her balloon? She still heard the whimpering. Wah, wah, wah. And so, she blasted off into space. Finally, yay, she couldn't hear a thing. Peace and quiet at last. But soon peace and quiet became boring, and she felt lonely. She couldn't hear a single sniffle, but she was light years away from everyone she loved. Look, there's Earth. Even the new baby. And so, look at the picture. She's in her rocket ship. She's back in her balloon, back in her boat, back in her car. Cassie was finally home, and inside, her baby brother was sleeping. Outside, she had the perfect escape box for when he cried again. Cassie just wished she had someone to bring with her on her getaways so she wouldn't be alone. And soon enough, she did. Baby brothers are awesome once they grow up a little bit, right? She was able to take him on adventures, and look, they're even using little binoculars to spy things out to do. So that's a pretty cool book, boys and girls. Use your imagination when things are boring or lonely. Use your imagination. Well, that's all we have for today, guys. Does everybody want to say goodbye to everybody watching?
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.